Done? Okay. One second, let me fix this real quick. Bless you. Whoa.
And I said, you know what? I'm feeling like starting.
All right, here we go. So it says, guys, Hunter. All right, it says you got Patty and you got Zach are asked to find the slope. Guys, what slope? Rise over run. So you got your y's over your x's. So what are your y's?
Y's is rise.
9 and 3. So you're going to subtract those. And what are your x's? 7 and 4. So let's see. So far Zach is not right. And let's see. So far Patty is right. Well, what's 9 minus 3? 6. And what's 7 minus 4? 3. Is she still right? Yep. And that's 2. So Patty is right.
Oh, wait, Patty. Good job, Patty.
Woo! There you go. Y'all okay?
That was it?
Yeah, that's it. All right, so tomorrow you got a quiz. So we got to finish up one lesson today. And then we'll take Monday then.
Are we like, what is that one called? Are we going over it?
Reviewing it?
Yeah, reviewing.
That's what we're going to try to hurry and get this stuff done. So yes, we can.
Okay.
All right. Okay, here we go.
Wait, I got a question.
What?
Are we doing one of those little thingy things that
No idea what a thingy
you
thing.
just keep turning it right?
Checkpoints?
Yeah.
Yep.
When?
Probably Monday.
No, let's do that today. Let's do that today.
Then we'll have a Monday quiz.
Those are grades, aren't they?
We'll have one before the test.
It'd be like that sometimes.
All right, here we go. You ready? Let's just skip down for time's sake. Let's just skip down to the bottom.
Could you
Alright.
let me know what page that is?
That is page 4, and that's all we got to do today. If you don't have a graphing calculator, go get one because you need one.
You don't have a graphic calculator?
All we got to do is these problems right here, and then we're done. Michael, do you have a pass, baby? Yeah. Well, you weren't here just a minute ago when I took roll. I gotta have pass. Huh? Yeah. Hurry. Tyler, you ready? Blake, you ready? Hunter, you ready? Hunter? Right now we're doing this, and then we'll do that, okay? All right, let's look at number 1. Got your graphic calculators? Hunter, do you have a graphing calculator? Allie, you have one? Yeah. All right, look what it says. It says, use the related graph of each of the equations to determine the solutions. Guys, all you're doing is looking to see how many times it hits the x-axis. So right here, let me get it so you can see it. You see the x-axis right here? It's kind of hard to see, which is why I'm going to highlight it. Does that graph hit the x-axis? No. So look back at the top. Does it have 1 real solution, 2 real solutions, or no real solutions? There you go. That's all you got to say.
Oh, that's easy. Wait, that's for the top 3?
Yep, top 3. Yep.
So it doesn't hit X.
There's no place, right? No place it hits x, so it's no solution.
Oh my gosh! Wait. Oh dang.
All right. Let's look at number 2. You see the x-axis right here? How many times does that graph? 2. So this is 2 real solutions. Yep.
Wow, that makes it hard. Wow.
All right, let's see. What about this one? Right here on 3?
It only hits it once.
It only hits it once. Right there at the vertex. Thank you, Tyler, for that vocab.
Hey, so this is all we have to do, right?
For this.
I thought you said we have one more thing to learn today.
It is. This is the last lesson.
That was.
So grab your calculators. Same exact thing, but the only difference is that these aren't graphed for you, okay? So guys, in order for these to be graphed, they have to be equal to what number first? They have to equal 0. So I've got to move this 12. How do I move that 12 over? You add 12. So it'd be x squared minus 8x plus 12. And now it'll be equal to 0. Alright, and then you grab your handy dandy calculator.
Oh, you have to make it.
You have to make it equal to 0. Otherwise, your calculator won't know how to do it right.
X minus 8. X squared minus 8.
Yep. Alright, so let's see. X squared minus 8x plus 12. And then you hit graph.
Yeah, Y. Okay. X.
Take graph.
Yep.
X squared.
And that's a little L.
Hold on.
Oh,
Shouldn't be an L. It should be a parabola.
my thing is bumped up. Let me show you what it is.
Okay, plus 12.
And then hit graph. No, you didn't. You don't. That's the... You didn't even put anything in here. You have to tell your calculator what to graph, silly. It's not that smart. It can't read your mind. Jack, the equal 0 just means that I can actually find out what x is, okay? So look at right here. How many times does it hit the x-axis?
Twice.
It hits it twice, but I'm not worried about that. It didn't ask me that. What it asked me was to solve. So what it's asking for are what are the two x values? What are the numbers where it hits? What number is that? 2 and...
2 and 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 6. Okay, now how can I check to make sure that 2 and 6 are my answers? Where can I go to my graph to make it give me all those numbers? Second table or second graph. There you go, Aaron. All right. So right here, look at 2.
Miss Blackman?
Yes, ma'am?
Can you please send Dale Cosby to the attendance window for a minute?
She's not here today.
Thank you.
All right. What happens at 2? What number do you get?
You get 8.
Really?
You get 0.
Isn't that what it's supposed to equal?
Yes.
All right. What was the other one? 6?
Yeah.
What happens at 6? You get 0. So your answer is x equals 6 and x equal, what was it, 2?
Wait, no, 2 answers for today?
We're going to do another one.
No, like, I didn't pay attention, like, what?
I know, we've got 6 more to do.
Okay.
I almost said 7, then I realized we just did one, so.
Okay.
What?
What if you keep on scrolling down here?
I'm not worried about any of those. I'm worried about the ones where it's 0, which was 2 and 6.
How do you know?
Let's do another one.
How can 2
All right, number 2. Here we go. I have to make this equal to what?
0?
Jack, it might be a good time to pay attention here. We're doing another one.
So,
Got to set it equal to 0, right?
negative
So
2x plus 12.
shh. I need everything to be over here with my x squared. So I need to move the 2 and I need to move the 12. Okay, so let's move the 2 first. I'm going to add the 2. What?
Wait, could
Why does
you?
it have to be the x squared?
It doesn't have to be, but it's just proper. You got to get everything to one side, Jack. It doesn't really matter what side.
Plus 16.
All right, so let's see. I have 12 is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 16. But I still am not finished because I have to have it equal to 0. It's equal to 12. So I'm going to subtract the 12 to the 16, right? Because they're like. So now I have 0 equals x squared plus 2x, and 16 minus 12 is a positive 4. Somebody let Michael in, please. All right, so grab your calculator. Go to y equals. All right, we're going to plug in x squared plus 2x plus 4. Thank you, sir.
X squared.
Plus 2x plus 4, and then hit graph.
Plus or minus.
All right.
Wait.
Okay.
What?
X squared plus 2x.
It doesn't touch the X.
Let me see it. Your window may be messed up. Yeah, your window's. Bless you.
0 points to
All All right,
That
so
explains a lot.
do I have any X's? Do I have any place where it hits?
No.
Huh? Bring it to me. Do I have any places where it hits the X-axis? So what do we call it? No solution. There you go.
Oh, I put a minus 12. Why isn't the minus 12 over there?
Because 16 minus 12 is 4.
It's not a 0.
All right, let's go to the next one. Go to number 3.
It's already done.
What about number 3? What do you notice?
It's already done for.
It's already done for you, so just go to y equals. That's pretty easy.
Great. Can you do that on just like this?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You do that one. There's one.
So I typed it in, and then I'm going to hit graph, right? Kyron, you good over there? Okay. Okay, let's see what we got on this one. Oh, looks like I got one of them, right? What's that 1 point? Looks like negative 4. Okay, how can I check to make sure that that's negative 4? That's your table. So second table or second graph, however you want to say it. And what should happen at negative 4?
Hey, how do I go back? Accidentally hit trace.
Just hit second graph.
Shouldn't it be 0?
There you go. Shouldn't it be 0, right, Tyler?
Should be 0.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes, it is. So my answer is x equals 4.
I got a whole lot.
Or negative 4, sorry.
So wait, what if I can't find it?
You scroll up or down. These
I
buttons right here.
have a problem.
So I'm just supposed to. It's hard to see the graph, like the little dots on the. What the hell?
Yeah, so just go to second table and you're finding where your 0 is for your y.
I thought you meant we were supposed to find negative 4.
I got a bunch of numbers in the thousands.
Bring it to me.
Question mark.
Yep. Quickly, come on.
I'm having a great day.
Yeah, your table needs to start at 1 and count by 1. There you go.
I don't
Then
know
go
why
to
it was
negative
10.
4. One more up, and it should be 0.
Sure, yep.
Yep. All right, let's go to number 4. Here we go. Stop talking and pay attention, because that's probably why you're not getting it, okay?
Can we just put 1 RS and 2 RS or 10 RS? You know.
Yes, I see what you're saying now. All right, here we go. Everything, Jack, everything has to be to one side, okay? It really doesn't matter what side. What's the easiest one to move? Instead of moving all 3 of these, it'd just be easier to move the 11. So add the 11. So see, I'm going to add it to the negative 7, because that doesn't have an x. So let's write this properly. Let's write negative 3x squared. Then let's write our x next. So plus 2x. And then our constants comes last. What's negative 7 plus 11? Plus 4 equals 0. All right, so now
have to put it in the correct term.
your calculator will do it as long as it's equal to 0, but this is how you'll see it on a multiple choice test. So that's how I'm going to write it.
Are we still going to use the same answer if we do it a different way?
What do you mean a different way?
Plug it in the same numbers, but like don't add 11 and 7.
You have to add oh, you're saying if you put negative 7 and then 11 at the back?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's smart enough to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. So we got negative 3x plus 2x plus 4. All right, hit graph. And let's see what happens on this one.
Wait, I didn't type it in.
Ooh, we got a decimal on this one.
Oh,
So we're going to have to do what we did yesterday, the second trace stuff.
what?
3x squared.
We're going to have to calculate.
Yep.
Negative 36.
What's up, Bob?
I put on
Be negative 36.
table, and it says 4 negative 4.
4 negative 4 is not an answer.
I mean, that's where it has.
Bring it to me.
4 negative 36.
So you're gonna find the y that's 0.
Yeah, but these look like they're decimals.
Aren't the 4 and the negative 4 where it goes over the graph?
Find the 0 on x.
No.
Can't find the 0 on y.
No, negative. Looks like it's negative 1. And negative 1 has a negative 1 instead of a 0. And it looks like it's. This is
Y
right.
is not 0.
Huh?
What's y?
Alright, so here we go. You have to do what we did yesterday, okay? Because if you go to second table, this looks like it's at negative 1, right? Alright, so let's go to table and let's see what happens at negative 1. I don't get a 0 with negative 1. So that means it wasn't my answer. That means it's a decimal. So let's go back to graph. Hit graph. What we did yesterday is we found the x-intercepts, right? What does the word intercept mean? What number?
I don't remember how to do this. I don't know if we pick this decimal. I don't remember
Yes, you can. You say that every single time, and you always make decent test grades. Every single. I need a quarter for every time you say that. Every time you say that.
You're gonna fail this test.
Not you. Stop. All right. So x-intercepts means what number?
Oh, 0.
Thank you. I'm pointing to it, guys. It means 0. So let's do what we did yesterday. Second trace, or second calculate, however you want to say it. We're going to go down to 0. Hit enter.
0. Enter.
Okay, look what it's asking you. Look, guys, it asks you the questions. It says left bound, right?
Yes.
So we need to, let me zoom this in so y'all can see it.
Left down what then?
The x-intercept. I'm zooming it in. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Do you see that x-intercept that's right there at -1?
Yes.
So you got to go to the left of it, which is a little bit below it, okay? Because remember, as it's going down, it's going left. And look, guys, if you do it wrong, if you do it the wrong way, the calculator's gonna tell you, okay? So then you just fix it. So then hit enter, and then you've got to go to the right of that x-intercept. So you got to go a little bit above it,
So,
and then hit enter.
oh,
Says yes.
And then it says guess. It's like, hey, do you want me to guess where that x-intercept is? And I'm like, yeah, I do. So hit enter. See how it's a decimal? -0.8.
I just see that.
-0.8.
Or let's call it -0.9, right? So x equals -0.9. Zero. All right, but we have 2 x-intercepts, right? So let's do it again. Here we go. Second calculate. Go down to 0. This time we're going to do the x-intercept right here on the other side. This is what we did yesterday. So we hit enter to the left of it. Then we're going to go right below it for the right of it. Okay? Tyler, you doing this with me? You see how it's 1.5? See how it's a decimal?
There.
That means you did it backwards.
Yeah, I did mine there too.
Do it again. Second
Okay,
calculate.
wait, I gotta go to guess.
Hit enter.
Enter. Okay, we're bound.
Okay, then hit clear and do it again because you did it backwards. All right, so you got 3 problems down there at the bottom that I want y'all to try. I'm going to help you out on the first one. So what do y'all want to move here on number 5? Tyler, do this real quick and then I'll help you, okay? Do this one real quick and then I'll help you.
I want this one.
You got it? Okay, get your pencil.
Alright.
Which one of these do I need to move?
The x squared.
Let's move the 5x. So subtract it. So it'd be x squared minus 5x is equal to 0, okay? All right, plug that in. And the other 2 should be pretty simple. All right, y'all try those 3 and see what you get. There's the answer. See if you got the same thing. Are y'all okay?
5, 2, 7, 3.
If you're not okay, you need to let me know. If you didn't use your calculator and even try, it's not going to do you any good tomorrow.
I need to know what we did yesterday.
We are going to. We're going to. Hey, dear, I would hate to take that, so please put it up while we are in math class. Thank you, dear. As soon as we get done, I do not mind if you sell that stuff. All right, so let's review real quick. You got a quiz tomorrow. We're going to take the rest of the 15 minutes and review. Put those phones up. All right, so grab your study guide. You figure out what page it's on. We're on page 19. Page 19. Tyler, Blake. 19. Alright, let's see what we got. You need to know how to do 1 and 2. You can do those 2. And then 3 and 4. And 5 and 6 and 7 and 8.
So we typed in the calculator all of these?
Except for 3 and 4. 3 and 4, you have to use that formula, remember?
That's what we did, yeah.
X equals negative B over, that's what we did Monday.
So we go over that.
Yep. We'll go over number 3. Alright, what's it say? It says, is it a maximum or is it a minimum? So look right here at the front, Jack. It's a positive, right?
Yeah.
So which way is it going to open up or is it going to open down?
If it's a positive, it's opening right.
If it's a positive, it's opening up. It's positive. Alright, so right here. Is that a minimum or is that a maximum?
I thought if it was a negative.
It's going to go upside down. Negative flips it. This one's negative, so it's going to go upside down.
But because wouldn't the vertex be negative if it was under the line?
If it's under the line, yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with the max or min. If it's on the bottom, it's a minimum. If it's on the top, it's a maximum. Alright, so let's see. It's a minimum. So this one's a minimum. But I gotta find that value. So here we go. We gotta find the x. So negative b is negative 4. 2 times a. What number's right here in the front for a? 1. There you go. So that's negative 4 over 2. Which means your x value is negative 2. Alright, so how do we find this y value? What do? We plug in negative 2. So instead of x squared, it's negative 2 squared plus 4 times x becomes times negative 2 and then minus 7. Alright, and then you just literally plug it in. Don't forget your parentheses.
Do we put it in y equals?
No, just normal. Because we're not graphing it. We want to know what it is. Did y'all get negative 11?
Not yet.
Not yet? You want to try it?
Still writing it down.
Try it. Make sure you get negative 11.
Yeah.
Is that all we do?
Well, then it says state the domain and range, then you're done. Domain is easy.
The man is negative.
Every single time for a parabola. Yeah. For a parabola.
Right. For thing that we did on Monday and Tuesday.
Monday.
You hit negative 7 instead of subtract 7. Try it again. Alright, what's the range? Range is bottom to top. So if I draw this little sketch, I know my vertex is the bottom. So what's my y value? Yep. And then where does it go up to? Cos and infinity. And you're done.
I thought negative
Only on this corner.
Domain.
I'll show you.
Alright, let's look at number 5. You ready? Hunter, this is what you missed yesterday, okay? Number 5?
Yeah, and Tyler.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here, mark out 6. I'm not going to give you fractions like that.
Thank
She's
God.
still gonna do most of it, so
Okay.
got it.
Okay. Alright, look what it says. It said, you just got to read the directions, guys, okay? Use the graphing calculator, identify the vertex. Alright, so first thing we're going to do, so we're going to go to y equals, and let's type it in, x squared minus 3x plus 5, and then hit graph.
It's not even touching the axis. So it's
I'm not worried about that.
Wow.
Look at the directions. What do the directions tell you to do?
Advanced solution.
I'm not worried about that. Read the directions. Thank you, Blake. What is the vertex right here? How do I find that? Which is what we did yesterday.
minimum.
It is a minimum, so how do I find it?
You do the second trace.
Second trace. Then you go to minimum, number 3. Yes, sir.
Somewhere and I don't know where.
Did you go to y? Here, let's do it again. Y
Yes,
equals.
I figured out where I do.
Do we click on the left bound and right bound stuff?
Yeah, did you get a minimum?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so this time we're doing the vertex right here in the middle, right, Jack? So we're gonna go on the left, just somewhere on the left side of that curve. It doesn't matter where.
Okay.
Hit enter.
Bam.
Then just go somewhere on the right side of that curve. It doesn't really matter where. Hit enter. And then hit guess. What does that say? 1.5 and 2.75? Alright, so that's all you do. You just write that down.
Vertex.
1.5 and 2.75. Yeah. Alright, read the directions.
We can put parentheses around that.
Yes.
You can grab it here
Yes.
to solve each.
Alright, we identified the vertex, right? What else does it say? Determine if it's a max or min. So we already did that. What is it?
It's a max.
It's a minimum.
Bottom, so it doesn't.
It's minimum because it's
And it said, find that value. What is that minimum value? It's the same exact thing. It's 1.5,
And
2.75.
Oh, really? Like the value's the same thing?
Yeah, they're the same thing. Minimum and vertex, maximum and vertex are the same thing. All right, then it says, state the domain and range. So let's see, domain is always negative infinity, positive infinity for these. So, I mean, that should at least be an easy grade right there. Just put the domain. And your range is bottom to top. Your bottom was 2.75 for your y, and it goes to infinity. All right, I think it, yeah, and then it says one more thing. It says identify the x-intercepts. We just did that. Are there any x-intercepts? So, no x-intercepts.
How do you have the
Because look at it, it didn't hit the x-axis.
And if it hits x-intercepts,
Oh.
Second trace, just the same thing we just did. Huh?
That's going to be one.
Yes, that's what we just did.
Okay, so this stuff is going to be on the quiz tomorrow.
1 through 7 only, yes. All right, what else? Y'all okay on everything else? 7 and 8 is what we just did. So 7, you got to move this 4 over, right? So it'll be 3x squared minus x minus 4 equals 0.
Is it going to be in order on the test?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, because if it's in order, I'll do the last ones first. I remember that.
And, hey, that's a good plan. At least you get out some points. All right, this one we're going to move that 6, move that 8. So that'll be a negative 6 and a positive 8. All right, look at what the directions say here. It says solve, right?
Yeah.
That means I need to know what x equals for both of them. All right, so y'all got about 8 minutes left. At least do 7 and 8. And then all you'll have to do is 1, 2, and 4 for homework tonight to be ready.
Alright, so
And I'll post the key. I'll post the key on Google Classroom tonight, or probably this afternoon.
We got a y equals, right?
For which one?
So,
Yeah.
on number 5.
Wait, hold on, let me pause this.